10 years ago, I put together an in-depth series of stories about firefighters and their cancer risk. In the decades since, many things have changed: the gear, the protocol, the screenings, and the funding. Yet the numbers of firefighters getting cancer hasn't. For too many firefighters, the greatest danger begins after the fire is out. Behind every name on this memorial is a firefighter who gave more than anyone ever saw.
First thing I thought of was I'm not going to be there to see my kids graduate.
Rich Pula was one of two firefighters we introduced you to 10 years ago. He was fighting stage 4 cancer.
Currently, I'm going through chemo treatment right now.
So was Craig Moylanen. Both had young kids, both way too young themselves. Both got cancer from doing the job they loved, and in the years since, both have passed away. Had you guys met before?
We met at Craig's funeral.
Jen Pula and Amy Moylanen are now single moms, trying to figure out how to pick up the pieces.
They're just shattered on the ground. There's just emotions, just like you don't even know where to start.
Their kids, too young to remember their strength.
He had gotten sick right when our youngest turned 1 and learned how to walk.
You can't prepare your kids enough when they come home from the hospital.
And still struggling with the memories of when that strength was tested.
They brought him in on a stretcher and they put him in bed, and he looked different, and by that point he was posturing, and so he couldn't communicate with them, and she said, and my daughter said, I remember looking, and that was when I grew up.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
This isn't just a story that I'm telling. This is my family's reality. My dad also passed away from cancer that he got from being an LA City firefighter for 32 years. He passed away at 57 years old. And here's his name on the Fallen Firefighter Memorial Wall in Colorado Springs. Of the 311 names being added to the wall this year alone, 247 are firefighters who died from occupational cancer.
It's a difficult situation, and it's growing, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any better.
Kevin Reichenbach is a West Metro firefighter and president of the Colorado Professional Firefighters Foundation.
It's challenging, you know, it's hard to watch a family that's suffering from a firefighter's loss.
He says in the last 10 years, many things have changed for the better when it comes to gear.
What's called clear gear that protects us, but yet doesn't have those forever chemicals in there.
Better protocol when it comes to how they build firehouses.
So it's now an NFPA standard that all fire stations that get built have to have Plymouth systems on it, exhaust systems that take that diesel from the station and push it outside.
And better prevention.
A lot more cancer screenings are happening.
Do you think that there's any way that you could completely eliminate the dangers that firefighters face when it comes to cancer?
I think it's going to be very difficult, especially nowadays the way everything's being, produced.
Everything is made with plastic and chemicals that when melted turns into carcinogens that seep right into firefighters' pores. Another change in recent years, acknowledgement. The World Health Organization now classifies occupational exposure as a Group 1 carcinogen, meaning firefighting as a profession directly causes cancer.
There are certain fields that have a greater potential of taking one's life, whether it's in the field or a consequence of being in that field. But you need the people who are excited about that to be there doing that, and Craig was that person.
There's no doubt Craig and Rich loved being firefighters.
He loved what he did.
There's also no doubt it's what took their lives. Both their names are now on the memorial wall. 2 more firefighters who gave more than anyone ever saw. Corey Rose, 9 News.